Are you dealing with what we see a lot in our patients, which is constant fatigue or loss of libido and just really a lot of hormone imbalances? It's not just in their head, and you might be struggling with the same, trying to optimize testosterone, and that's men and women, or estrogen, and really energy production. And those are really key to feeling well. So it's a big part of our practice. But the good news is there's a strategic combination of certain things that we use that really kind of boost that and get you back, back in life. Those are Cistanche, Tongkat Ali. We use a combo called Libido Stem. We use calcium D-glucarate, and then Chinese ginseng. Those are some of our big five, and they're complicated. If you they're not complicated, but they can be overwhelming. Like which ones for me? So I wanted to talk about how you can get your hormone balance right, and what we do, and how we increase arousal and really fight fatigue naturally. So let's break it down. So how these work, Cistanche is what's called an adaptogenic, and it enhances androgen or testosterone receptor sensitivity. So if the receptor's like not very sensitive, it just the testosterone won't work as well. So Cistanche helps that, and it helps your body respond to your own testosterone. It also boosts nitric oxide, and nitric oxide has to do with blood flow. When you have better blood flow, you have better arousal, and women, lubrication. With men, it's erections and endurance. Tongkat Ali, this is a very powerful testosterone optimizer. It reduces cortisol, which is that stress hormone that everybody seems to have at times. We want people to be less stressed, and Tongkat Ali helps that. It also helps the bound testosterone be unbound, because only the unbound testosterone can actually help. So if there's more free testosterone around, it helps more with energy, more with muscle recovery, memory. I mean, a lot of things are related to testosterone, but certainly, as we're talking about today, sexual function. It's what gives us libido. It's what makes us interested. And when you're stressed and these are low, you're just not as much. The third thing we use is called libido stem. There's both a male and a female version, and these are a combination, much like I'm talking about. But I think these ingredients are really key. You can try this one just alone, but usually we like a combination, like I'm describing here. This is kind of how we break it down in our office. But it's a combination that helps nitric oxide again, which means better blood flow. It also supports dopamine. So that's where we use this. So key neurotransmitters, or the stuff that works in our brain and throughout our body. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter that's like goes up when you hear drums and you go to a pep rally and you get excited about your football team winning. Those are the kind of things. So in bedroom and Friday nights, that's what dopamine's about: sexual response and interest. Um, Pleasure is also tied in. High dopamine is one where people get in trouble with gambling and stuff. So dopamine is what gets people interested and really looking forward to things. It also has something to do with stamina and concentration and being able to finish. Um, Calcium D-glucarate is the fourth thing we use, and calcium D-glucarate helps you get rid of bad estrogens. So estrogens are complicated, but you want the good stuff, the way God made us. If you have the bad stuff, it's more issues with breast pain in women, and it kind of imbalances the testosterone. So what I tell people all the time in our office, men or women, if your testosterone level is here and your estrogen level is here, because yes, testosterone is higher than estrogen, but if your estrogen level is here, you'll love testosterone. If your estrogen level is here, you'll like it. If it's here, you'll think, I don't know. And if it's here, you won't like it at all. Meanwhile, the testosterone never changed. It was this ratio. So calcium D-glucarate helps you detox and helps you throw out the bad estrogens. That's how we all, men and women, get rid of estrogens. The fifth thing, which works directly with libido, is called Chinese ginseng. There's Chinese ginseng in the US. And then there's another version which I think really does work better. I'm quite convinced of that. Um, and it really does support also that dopamine we were talking about. It really helps testosterone, it helps the nitric oxide, and it helps blood flow. So it's pretty spicy when you eat it. You can make a tea out of it, or you can take supplements, which is most what everybody in my practice does if they're going to take it. But these ingredients work synergistically. Synergistically is like where a lot of things combine and do so many things together. They're better together. Like kind of like like a flower and a bee. So the bee pollinates the flower, and yet the bee gets what it needs from the flower to go make honey. So together they're better. And these clearly are best together. So, a lot of times we'll give, if a person has tried one thing, it didn't really work, or they'll try one or two. We use combinations a lot because we want to see how great you can get without actually us giving you hormones. What can you do on your own? And a lot of people will get benefit, and then they'll find maybe their favorite one. So that's kind of how we do it. But again, Cistanche and Tongkat Ali, they amplify testosterone effects. Libido stem boosts nitric oxide and that dopamine pleasure response. And then the calcium D-glucarate it kind of prevents those hormone imbalances, and it gets rid of those bad estrogens, which can just shut down libido. We want that ratio just right. And then lastly, again, Chinese ginseng, it fuels energy, blood flow, kind of resilience, and then really desire. So whether you're dealing with a hormone-related fatigue or low libido or kind of a sluggish recovery in your workouts, this combination supports your body's natural ability to restore balance and vitality. If you're ready to optimize what your hormones are saying to your body and boost your energy and enhance your sexual health naturally, these ingredients are a great place to start. It's where we start. So a lot of times with blood flow, as I've mentioned in other videos, and helping that stress response, but these are directly after the sexual hormones. So functional pelvic health is one of our specialties. You can find some of these great supplements like we use every day in our clinic at SalexisEssentials.com. And if you need more support, reach out. We love helping people take control of their health and feel their very best.